It says here, with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carsino, and we want to know,
have you seen this one?
Hey Keith, what's the weather like there?
It's beautiful. It's just nice. You know, this is that time of year, it's right in between summer and winter. Mm-hmm. There really is no fall or spring here, so it kind of just quickly transitions to the next one, but it's nice. It's nice. We still have beautiful sunsets, but it's not as hot as it was during the height of summer, so
yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. How about you guys? Are you all having some weird weather there?
No, it's really nice. Isn't it, Erin?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. It's crazy,
cold.
Which,
a big cold front came in last night.
Yeah.
Or late March, we're almost in April.
I know.
Okay.
Welcome to spring in Texas. Hey.
Right. Never know what you're going to get.
You never know what the hell is going to happen. Having said that, welcome everybody. Welcome HYSTOphiles to episode number 245. I am Jay Bullington.
Hey, I'm Keith Carsino.
And we have our good friend Erin Casteneda with us. Erin, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you here, hon. And I'm really excited. You know, we're last time you were on, we found out that you are a big musical fan because we really have never talked about that much.
Right.
Oh yeah, I've been to like over 25 musicals.
Oh my gosh!
In London and.
Oh wow,
that is so cool.
Okay.
Well, so we are going to be discussing a classic musical today. But until we get there, let's talk about what's new and what's been entertaining us. Erin, what's new with you?
Okay, so I have two documentaries that I watched that were really impactful.
Okay.
One came out in 2023, and it's on Paramount Plus if you have it. It's Born in Synanon. It's a 4-part docuseries.
Okay.
Cults, my thing as well. I'm really into cults.
I'm really into cults.
I mean, it's so fascinating to me. Cults.
Right.
Synanon was founded in 1958, where it was for addicts, and it was supposed to be like another version of like AA, but without all the religious aspects of it, and it was more of like addicts being in one spot and helping each other as a group to not drink, not do drugs, and everything like that. So it started off nice, but then
right,
as
most cults do.
Yeah, exactly. So this one is about a woman who she was born into it and she left when she was 6 with her mother. So this interviews the other kids who were in Synanon and other people who were in Synanon while it was at its peak and when it started. So it's super interesting. Wow. And there's also a documentary on HBO about it, but this one is like a first-hand experience, and the other documentary is more about the outside perspective of it. So that one is interesting.
Wow. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's super interesting. It's on Paramount Plus if you have it. And it's a 4-part documentary.
Okay.
And the other documentary I just saw is Caterpillar on Netflix.
Caterpillar.
This
no.
This is where the animal came in. I was looking up chameleon, but no, it's caterpillar.
It's
animal and it starts with a C. So Caterpillar is about people who want to change their eye color. And so they go to India and they pick these eye colors like green or this blue, like, and it's a surgery where they go in and they put in like this contact lens thing in your eye.
God. And like, are they like actually changing like the color of the iris itself, or just
It's like a contact. It's like an internal contact.
It's like a permanent contact.
Oh, yeah.
So So
man,
it's like
wear a
this new
contact
thing,
lens.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Ah,
Yeah.
So
It's
this
cheaper
is like
too.
a new thing that's like going on. So this is a documentary about a guy who wants to have this done and goes through it and like what happens after. So it's about like a 2 hour long documentary, super interesting.
Interesting.
And
it sounds
Chameleon.
more scary than some of the horror movies I've watched.
they show the procedure
Uh-huh.
happening,
Oh
Oh,
and they
wow.
show like
man.
in the waiting room, and I mean it's
Caterpillar.
you have to go
Okay.
to India for it, but I mean
Nah, man. I'm sorry.
Which
I
you
just
like.
can't imagine.
Yeah.
This isn't like, oh, my waist is too big, or this,
Uh-huh.
or my breasts are sagging, or
Yeah.
no, this is like
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not
this is
happy
like
with the color of
no,
my
this is like I
eyes.
want to change the shape of my head. Will you go in and put
Oh
in a new
no.
skull? I mean,
No,
what the?
right. Uh-huh.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
Man.
it's
To me,
crazy, but I mean,
that's
yeah,
really
but I mean, they have like other people who have had other procedures like plastic surgery, and this is
Mhm.
just another thing
there's
that's on
Just
just
their
another
another
list
step in
thing.
their
to
journey.
do, and
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there's like doctors that are
Interesting.
like, will do that though. They
Well,
will.
yeah. Oh, hey,
yeah,
these idiots want this, so I'll make money off of them.
yeah, and but I
Uh-huh.
mean, you have to either go
Right.
to like Morocco or
Yeah.
India, which
They're not going
I
to do
mean,
it here.
red flag.
Yeah,
But
hello.
yeah, because it's not FDA approved.
Well,
But
Of course not. Nor will insurance
Imagine why.
companies like, oh yeah, we'll cover
Oh yeah,
that. No
I'm sure
problem, right?
Medicare will
No,
cover that for me.
not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
like
Not gonna
it
happen.
just goes through his journey, and there's like a mistake that's made, and how they
Oh,
want to fix
God.
it is just crazy.
Oh, my
and they're just like,
God.
oh, it's no problem. And it's like, oh my god.
The
So
that's one the sense of sight is one that I do not want to mess with. Like it's
right.
It's
just I'm not
That's
risking
what
that
I don't get.
just for the color.
It just seems like
Yeah.
you're endangering something for no reason.
Exactly.
And you
if-
know,
I
like-
mean, you really want to
Yeah.
change your eye color that badly?
Right.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
may have to check this out. This sounds
Right.
Yeah,
great.
it's super interesting. It just came on, I think, Friday. Like it just
Okay,
Brand
it's
new. Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
brand new.
Okay, interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, super interesting.
Cool. Okay. Well, Keith, what's new with you?
I don't know how I came across this one, but I was like, I was on Hulu looking for horror movies, and I came across this one from 2023 called All Fun and Games, and it stars Asa Butterfield from, remember, he was in Ender's Game as well as the boy in the striped pajamas. He played one of the little boys, the little
Okay.
German boy.
I know the movie, but yeah.
Right. It also stars Natalia Dyer, who was one of the girls in Stranger Things. So I was like, oh, hey, these are pretty big names. I've liked some of their stuff they've done.
Yeah.
The movie though is it's basically about this cursed knife that if you have the knife, it unleashes this demon, and
Like whistle.
yeah, right, exactly. But this one was not done as well. It's a 4.3 on IMDb.
Oh,
and that's pretty accurate.
Ooh,
That's
ouch.
pretty
Okay.
accurate. I'd say I would not recommend this one. One horror series,
Thanks for sharing that.
Right, don't bother with it. All right, just stay away from it. No, one though I've been meaning to see this one too. It's Welcome to Derry. You've seen the Welcome to Derry series?
Oh, I
That
have not
one-
seen this.
Man, you need to give it a try, man. Watch the
Okay.
first few episodes and see if
Okay.
you like it. There is a strange kind of military part to it too. That's I thought, where are they going with this? But they're really trying to uncover or like try to contain the monster itself. And I'm 2 episodes away from the end, but so far, like, I'm all in on this. I'm really enjoying it, and it kind of gives you some background as to how the monster was derived, and so it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
It's good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
it's
not
pretty
surprised that it's good because all that
Of course,
it
right.
stuff is so
all
fun.
of them. I know,
Yeah.
I know, and like all of the like just the way they portray the monster of the clown and stuff, and
Mhm.
the way that he can shapeshift and things too. It's really neat. Yeah, it's
The
some
first
good
2
stuff.
episodes are a little like you got to push through.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah.
and then
Oh, really?
And then it
Good.
picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of picks
Because
up.
it's like kind of does a lot of the backstory stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not like scary right off the
I
bat
will
or
say that
anything.
the opening and ending scene of the first episode will like it'll keep
That'll
you
grab
in.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, whoa, okay. But the actual clown itself, I felt like it kind of was missing there for a bit, but it does come into play later. So
Okay.
I do definitely enjoy that one. There's this other one that I saw. This one is on Netflix. It's from 2023. It's called Beef. It's a limited series. I think it's only
Yeah.
like 8 to 10. Oh, you heard of it?
Yeah.
It's with Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And of course the great comedian Ali Wong. And oh my gosh,
her.
this one is so good, right?
I've seen it. It's really good.
Oh, you've seen it. Yeah,
I've
I really enjoy this. Where
that's a blast. I think I talked about it on here a long time ago.
Yeah, right. Well, Liza's like, let's watch it. I was like, I remember hearing a little bit about it from you. I was like, okay, let's give it a try.
Fun.
It's a lot of fun. Every
it's
episode
really
is
fun. And it's like, the way things escalate.
Right.
It's really hilarious.
It's so immature, but at the same time too.
Aaron Beef, it's all about these people, like road rage.
Road rage, yeah.
And things getting out of hand. And
right.
It's
They're like,
really
I'm gonna get
fun.
you back, revenge. And it's like, I'm gonna one up you on this one. And it gets intense.
Really good.
Like the things they do to go out of it. Like, I'm willing to destroy our lives in order to get back at you. It's ridiculous.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I highly recommend Beef. Watch it. It's on Netflix, I believe. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me, though. Jay, what's been entertaining you?
I've just got one thing to talk about. I went to see Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
Oh yeah?
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. Now, I'm not going to say it's not as good as the first one, but I mean, so many times that's the truth.
That happens, yeah. Sure.
But, it has Samara Weaving, who I love Samara Weaving from the original. And then Catherine Newton, who I wasn't familiar with, but she plays Samara's sister. And they have some issues that they're going through with themselves, and then also this mess. It also has Elijah Wood and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and even David Cronenberg even makes an appearance in this movie.
Oh, really?
It's really fun. It's not. I have to admit, it's not as good as the first one. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing about the first one is the surprise ending was like, what?
Yeah.
Well, now you already know that supposedly going in.
All right.
But they do get more into the demonist aspect of it.
Of why the family started.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
The supernatural aspect of it is more, because that was the big. I'm really spoiling it here.
I mean,
but
it's
that
a few
was
years old.
Right.
Well, it is. But it's not like one of those big movies where everybody's it.
Right.
But if you like these movies, it's fun. Go see it. It's fun. I enjoyed it. All right, and that's all I have new this time. But let's get on to our movie. Not the first musical we've ever done. We've done some musicals.
Oh yeah.
We'll be doing some more. But this is one that I hadn't really, for some reason, I hadn't thought about this one, Erin. And when you brought it up, I'm like, what? Why didn't I even think of this? So I'm so glad you reminded me to think of this wonderful film. We're going back to 1955, and let's do it, folks. Let's talk about Guys and Dolls.
Okay, dig me in.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Do you take sinners here?
You want to take me to dinner in Havana, Cuba?
Luck be a lady tonight.
Do you know what I dream about? You.
You are up to no good, Detroit. This should be the greatest crap game of your career, Nathan.
Look, we love each other. We're gonna get married.
All we need now is a license and a blood test.
My daddy always said there's only one time a man should be in a hurry. When the cops are coming up the stairs.
I'm prepared to believe that you're the biggest sinner I've ever met in my life. Nathan, why can't we elope?
I have to go to a prayer meeting.
Now, when it comes to sinners, no sewer in the world could provide such a congregation.
Yes, from 1955, Guys and Dolls, directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz, who directed my favorite movie ever in the entire world, All About Eve, which we covered on this show, and I made Paul watch it years ago.
You made me watch it too, and I liked it. Paul, not so much.
Paul didn't like it as much, but
Yeah.
All About Eve, I think, is just the dialogue is just unbelievable.
Right.
Well, here's the thing: Joseph L. Mankiewicz, famous for doing dramas, and also did some comedies. Not known for doing musicals. It was really a big surprise when people said, this guy's going to do a musical. We're like, oh, I say we, I wasn't born yet, but I was still 5 years out. But people were like, he's going to do a musical, but I got to say, he did a really good job on this one, I think. Okay, the stars.
Well, especially with all the feuds and everything. And drama behind it. He did a good job on it.
Keith, there's so much going on.
Just a bunch of alphas or what?
We'll get into that later.
I have a feeling I know who and what. Yeah, okay.
You might.
Okay, right.
You might. The stars, here we go. Marlon Brando in a musical. Marlon Brando starring in a musical. I mean, that alone was like, what? People were like, what? Frank Sinatra, of course, in a musical.
Of course.
Gene Simmons. People were surprised that she was starring in a musical. She was not a musical star.
She did really good.
She did a pretty good job. Yeah. And then Vivian Blaine, who starred in the stage version of this. Yeah. She was repeating her, and thank God they used her. So quick summary. In New York, a gambler is challenged to take a cold female missionary to Havana, but they fall for each other, and the bet has a hidden motive to finance a crap game. Mm-hmm. So basically, this is two stories melded into one. They did for this musical. They took two different like romantic stories and mixed them together.
Yeah.
So we start out here. Gambler Nathan Detroit. He seeks to organize an unlicensed craps game, but the police, led by Lieutenant Brannigan, are putting on the heat. Nathan's usual locations are turning him away due to the pressure from Brannigan. So he's having a hard time trying to find a place to hold his crap game. This is Frank Sinatra. Okay. Mm-hmm. The Biltmore Garage will allow Nathan to hold a game, but he has to pay $1,000 security deposit, which he doesn't have. So adding to his problems, his fiancée, Miss Adelaide, a nightclub singer, she wants to get married after they've been engaged for 14 years.
Dang, man. Like, dude, tie the knot already. Let's go.
And she wants him to stop this gambling stuff and go straight. But his only talent is gambling. That's all he
knows what to do.
Yeah, that's all he knows what to do. So, okay, we've talked about how this movie starts. Let me ask you, Keith, have you ever heard of this movie?
No, never heard of it. I've heard of the actors, but never, obviously, but never.
I was wondering because I know. So, Erin, tell me about your history with this movie.
It's just when I was a kid. I watched this one all the time.
Yeah.
I had it on VHS, and so my parents showed it to me when we got into musicals. I was like 8. I went to Phantom of the Opera for the first time, and that was my first intro to musicals. And my parents were like, "Oh, y'all like it? Here's these movies," and started showing us all these musical movies, and I had heard of Guys and Dolls because they won the Tony in 1951, the music production. And so when they made this movie, my mom and dad obviously had seen it and stuff. And so they were like, oh, well, you like the music production? Watch this movie.
Yeah.
And so it was it was the first one that was more jivey and set in the 20s mobster and stuff. I mean, the choreography in it was very
Michael Kidd
pulled me. Pulled me.
Michael
He's the one
Kidd
who
is
did
an incredible
7
choreographer.
Brides for 7 Brothers. He also later did Hello Dolly.
Michael Kidd was amazing.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like one of the starts to the movie musicals I got into.
So, and speaking of Michael Kidd, this movie opens before the story even starts. It opens with a ballet, and you see all these people, and you're getting into this. The ballet introduces you to the world that you're about to spend some time in. This world in New York, where these people are out on the street and they're all gambling, and they're betting on horses and stealing, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. And that I love that opening ballet. I could watch. In fact, I just watched it. It's on the background here. I was watching it, before we started recording. It's just so beautifully choreographed and funny and cute, and I just and the dancers are so good.
So good.
It's being a former dancer, I'm looking at what they're doing. Y'all, this is not easy stuff, and they make it look so easy. There's
They
a
make it
couple.
look like they're just like light on their feet
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So much like the movements that they do.
I could watch that opening number over and over and over again. It
Mhm.
just and I have. So, okay, so we talked about Nathan. Nathan spots an old acquaintance, Sky Masterson, and that is of course Brando. He's a gambler he's willing to bet on virtually anything and for any high amount. He's ready to do it. He's ready to go. So to get the $1,000 security deposit, Nathan bets Sky that he cannot take a girl of Nathan's choosing to dinner in Havana, Cuba. So that's the bet.
And also the cheesecake scene.
Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
God, the cheesecake scene.
So when Frank Sinatra's eating the cheesecake, well, he famously hates cheesecake. Hates it. And
Why
so
would they have him eat cheesecake then? Couldn't go on
it was
chocolate?
well,
It's
because
in
it's
the
set in
script.
New York. It's set in New York, so you got
Okay.
New York
It's
cheesecake.
got to be cheesecake.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And I don't know if they did chocolate cheesecake back then, to be honest with you. In the
Right,
50s,
right.
I don't know if they did it.
no,
Right?
and
It's just
it was
classic
just
New York.
and so they Brando and Sinatra had a big feud, and
Oh,
so
yes.
huge feud, and Brando messed up his line so many times that
On
Frank
purpose.
Sinatra had to eat like 8 slices
Yes.
Oh,
of
Dick,
cheesecake
what a dick.
He did it on purpose. He
on
was a shit.
purpose,
Nice.
and he
But
was
also,
like,
Frank Sinatra was a shit too. I mean,
Oh,
let's
he
just
was-
say
he
he was
started
such
it,
an
okay?
asshole.
He
He was
started
very
it.
talented, but
he
Right.
was a very talented asshole, but
yes,
he started
yes,
it.
yes.
Talented
So-
asshole.
Now I got to
mean-
say this. I'm going to say it right now. Frank Sinatra should have been Sky Masterson.
Yeah.
Brando's?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
I think
okay. I
Frank
don't know.
Sinatra
I
should
don't
have been
know.
Sky Masterson. Oh, Frank Sinatra singing "Luck Be a Lady Tonight."
Okay, so the song,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The singing,
Ugh.
I agree that he would have, but he actually got more screen time playing this role, and also he's too scrawny. He didn't have that tough persona. He has that comedic acting though.
Yeah, but he's got the. I think he's got the person. I think he could have pulled it off really well.
He's
And I
just
think
not
somebody.
as attractive as Brando though.
Yeah, but I still. Yeah, but he was. I'm sorry. I think I will always think that Frank Sinatra should have played that part. I don't think Brando is the best choice in this movie. I'm going to say it right now.
No, but he was writing the tales of the Oscars for the Waterfront.
But when he dances, he lacks the ability
Oh,
that the other dancers
yeah.
have. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
to me, it stands out. I can't help
Yeah.
but like, whoa, you don't, and he doesn't have the singing capability of Frank Sinatra by a long shot.
Oh, not many that
No,
time did. Yeah.
well, yeah, that's and I just
Yeah.
I really think they made a mistake in that, just because, and also see Joseph Mankiewicz had worked with Brando before. Also, they were really tight. So that's Joseph Mankiewicz really wanted him in this movie,
Gotcha.
and so they were friends, so that's how that happened. But
Well, I mean, in 1952, also Frank Sinatra was more like considered a washed-up actor and more into the singing area. So Brando was like the star of the time.
well, yeah, Frank Sinatra won an Oscar though for acting.
No, yeah, he did. But like
Yeah.
at the time when the movie was
When this came out,
yeah,
oh, he was still high up there though. But
No, he was still high up there, but
there was nobody bigger than
Brando
Brando.
was like, yeah,
there was nobody
he
bigger
was-
than him,
Yeah.
mhm.
and that's why it
I
happened
just
the way
I
it
just
did.
don't know if I could see him in Sky Masterson.
Oh, I do, big time.
I don't know.
And I see somebody like Phil Silvers as Nathan. I want somebody funnier than Frank Sinatra.
Well,
I
they
think Frank Sinatra
actually-
is funny enough.
They actually were talking about doing Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis for.
Oh,
they were
I'm
in
so
talks
glad they
for
didn't do
doing
that.
this.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I don't see
Yeah,
that at all.
I think Jerry Lewis would have gone a little too far.
He
for
would have,
it.
he would have been too much Jerry Lewis.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
he would have been too. slapstick.
Jerry Lewis is funny, but he could not lose himself in a character to save his life. He was always Jerry Lewis. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even when he
exactly.
tried not to be, he was still Jerry Lewis. And Dean Martin too. Dean Martin was not the best as far as portraying other characters besides himself.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that would have been a mistake, a more
Yeah.
mistake to me.
Okay, so they make this bet, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to pick a girl, and you got to take this girl to dinner in Havana, Cuba." So Nathan nominates Sergeant Sarah Brown, a sister at the Save a Soul mission, which of course is against gambling, because that's, God would say no to gambling. So Sky pretends to be a repentant gambler just to meet Sarah, and he proposes a bargain. I will get a dozen sinners into the mission for you on Thursday, for your Thursday night meeting, if you will have dinner with me in Havana. And she is in danger of losing her mission. Because they're saying, you're not getting enough people in here. We can't afford to pay for this place anymore. So,
who would have thought in New York City, hard to find 12 sinners to enter your building. Right?
Well, no, it's easy to find 12 sinners. Now, to get them to come into your mission,
right. That's right, exactly. Who wants to? Too busy gambling.
So, with General Matilda Cartwright threatening to close the mission's Broadway branch, Sarah agrees to the date. She says, okay, I'll go have dinner with you in Havana, Cuba. Well, okay. Meanwhile, confident that he's going to win this bet, Nathan gathers all the gamblers, including a visitor that Harry the horse has invited, Big Jewel, a mobster.
Oh, God.
Big Jewel.
From Chicago.
Oh, man, I love the side characters in this movie so much. That to me, they're so much more fun than the main characters. I can't help it. I love them. Except one, and we'll get to that. Meanwhile, confident that he will win the bet, Nathan gathers all the gamblers, including the mobster. Okay, when Lieutenant Brannigan appears, Benny Southstreet claims they are celebrating Nathan marrying Adelaide. And Nathan's like, what? What?
Hey, go with it.
Yeah, okay,
14
that's what
years,
we're doing.
bro.
Suck it up. Right.
How long you been engaged for 14 damn years? Poor Adelaide.
Suck it up.
Right. Shit or get off the
And
pot.
5 children later and stuff.
But okay, so then Lieutenant Brannigan appears, and like I say, Nathan's shocked, and he plays along, and then later, oh God, I lost my bet, and I'm gonna have to marry Adelaide. Okay, let's talk about Adelaide. Vivian Blaine playing Adelaide. She played her on Broadway also. They brought her from Broadway to play this in the movie. To me, the highlight of the film.
Yeah, she's got the chops and acting and
A Poison could develop a cold. That number, I love that number so much. She's so adorable, and she's so in the character. She really has got it down.
She has that like New York accent.
Yeah, definitely.
It's exaggerated because the movie is exaggerated.
It should be.
I just love her. She's my favorite thing in this movie. I just think she's amazing.
The fact that they were gonna Marilyn Monroe was trying to do this part.
Yes.
That would not have worked.
No. And I'm going to say that Marilyn Monroe was very talented and incredibly comedically talented. She really had a great comedic. But
we've covered some that she's really nailed. And
Some Like It Hot. She was really
Some Like It Hot. And even her little part, her tiny little part in All About Eve, she stands out like whoa.
Right.
And you remember her.
Yep.
But even her doing that little part, she was too difficult to work with.
They had a problem with her on. Yeah, she was something else.
The director ghosted her.
Yeah.
It's so like you ghosted Marilyn Monroe because he was like, no, I'm not working with her again.
Yeah. It's like, nope.
But Brando and Sinatra, you can deal with, no problem. Okay.
Well, that was a man thing. We're all men, because they were incredibly full of themselves. But
entitled. What happened behind the scenes with Frank Sinatra and them two? Oh my God! He used to call him Mumbles. Frank Sinatra called Brando Mumbles.
Yes.
And even spray painted his trailer with Mumbles on it. That's when Brando decided to do the cheesecake scene.
Okay, I'll show you.
Like, okay, you want?
All right.
It was power plays and
they were so
it was
full
of themselves.
Even past this movie, because Sinatra wanted the role of On the Waterfront, but Brando got it, and then he also wanted the Godfather role, but Brando got it. So
that's okay. That's hilarious to me because Frank Sinatra was not really ever seriously considered for that. He thinks he was, but he wasn't.
He thinks he was.
In his mind, he was, but he was never seriously considered for The Godfather. No. Can you imagine Frank Sinatra and oh my God.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. Some things are just not meant to be.
It was just like a long feud that.
Oh, and when Frank Sinatra was full of grudges, and I mean, he was terrible about this kind of stuff. He was so full of himself. Just amazing. Okay, so over the course of their stay in Cuba, Sky and Sarah, they start to fall in love. So then they return to Broadway at dawn, and they meet the Save a Soul Mission Band, which is parading all night on Sky's advice. Police sirens are heard, and the gamblers, led by Nathan, flee out to the back room of the empty mission where they are holding a craps game. The craps game is another incredible dance number. Ugh.
Under the suit. I do have to say, back in the Havana, Gene Simmons playing drunk was so good.
Here's when I first saw this movie, I was an adult, when I first saw this movie. I didn't see it I saw it as a kid, but I didn't see it again for years. And when I saw it again, I was like, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, Gene Simmons. Because at this point, I had seen her in so many other dramas, and I'm like, Gene Simmons in a musical. And I remember seeing it as a kid, but I was like, eh. And I'm watching, and at the beginning, I'm not convinced that she is, I'm not sold.
Yeah.
The Havana scene.
Yes.
I'm like, look at you, girl. You are really pulling this off. She was actually funny.
Dancing
and endearing.
She's actually she's, for her not being a singer, she pulled it off.
She really did a great job.
And I think because of the fact that she pulled it off, because like in Brando and Gene Simmons' contract, there was like, if you can't sing, then we're allowed to dub you with another singer.
And they did that a lot.
Yeah, they did, that was a big thing. Yeah, but
and My Fair Lady, all of her stuff was
But it's just, I think because Gene Simmons did such a good job, they were like, we got to keep. And you couldn't dub Brando. He has like
you couldn't fake his voice.
Yeah, he has such.
But every time he sings, I'm just like.
Yeah, well, it's like you just want him to hit that note a little bit harder.
And also soft. The dance moves are just like I just feel like he's throwing him away. I'm sorry, he's my least favorite person in this movie.
Yeah, I think he has the swag in the talking parts and everything, but yeah, definitely in the singing and dancing, he fails.
The musical area, he's lacking. I feel like he's just lacking there. Yeah,
but yeah, Gene Simmons, I shout out to her. She did
really
great for never doing.
Anything. Yeah, and you would never ever think of her as this kind of character. If Keith, if you had been watching all these dramas and things, you would never think of her like what?
Oh, really? I thought.
And so it was really eye opening to people to see her do this. Yeah, it was really fun. I thought she did great in the Havana scenes, especially. I agree. It was wonderful. Okay, the police arrived too late to make any arrests. But Lieutenant Brannigan finds Sarah and the other Save a Soul members being absent unlikely to be a coincidence. And I think Sky is up behind this. I think Sky, she equally thinks Sky probably had something to do with that crap game at the mission. So she takes her leave of him and she's like, nope, you can deny it all you want. I don't believe you. Bye. So Sky still has to make good on his arrangement with Sarah to provide sinners to the mission. So Sarah would rather forget the whole thing. She's like,
she's goodbye. Like, consider it good. We're good.
We're good. Goodbye. See ya. But Uncle Arvid Abernathy warns Sky that if you don't make that marker good, I'm going to buzz it all over town that you're a welcher. And that is evil. Okay. There's something else that I really love the gangster talk in this movie. Erin, have you noticed that they don't use contractions?
Yes, that was a big like I cannot and do not.
I do not think I will want to do that, and it is not going to be in your. Am I making myself clear? Because I am trying to make myself clear.
Yeah, I really loved that.
It's so funny.
It's funny, and it. I mean, 1920s. I always think of like more proper speech than we speak now.
You say 1920s, but
when it was set, when it was
on stage, it was set in the 20s, but in the movie they said it in the 50s. Yeah. Because the clothing is so 50s, it's just and they did that.
I love the vibrant colors.
I love it. I love the costumes. I love it, and also Keith. I don't know if you realize even the scenes with the cars in the street. That's all filmed on a soundstage in a building.
Wow. Oh,
That
really?
is all indoors.
Okay. Wow.
Isn't that something? I mean, think
Yeah,
about how
really.
huge that is with the cars driving around and everything.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all
Right.
in a building. It's all a
It really
soundstage.
felt like you were like some parts were in Times Square. You
Yeah.
thought you were, they
And
really
yet,
put it together.
you also feel like you're in a stage musical, kind of,
Mhm.
The
because
background.
everything, the colors and the background of the sets, everything's so cartoony almost.
Right,
It's
right.
like,
And I mean, those cars back then were not in the 50s were not small.
they were not
it's
small,
like,
honey.
It has to
Big
be
body. Yeah.
Right? They're
big
huge.
set.
Right.
And
yeah.
the way they choreographed him, that guy is like reading his newspaper. He's reading about the races, whatever. But he's walking in the middle of the street, and the cars are all around him. And it's amazing how they choreographed all that. I think that's fascinating. Okay, so Nathan has continued the crap game in the sewer. And with his revolver visible in its shoulder holster, Big Jewel, who has lost all of his money, forces Nathan to play against him while he cheats and he cleans Nathan out.
Why would he let him? Why would he let him use his own dice that have no numbers on it? Like you're just I win again. And noticed he called himself the winner before the dice even stopped moving.
Oh yeah,
like come on, man.
And he even threw down more money. He's like,
all right. Here's the rest of my money. You won.
It's like,
no question. No one's gonna raise. Come on, man.
Yeah, that scene was like, oh my god. And then the rest of them, he's like, and now I'll bet the rest of you, and all of them are like, no, we're
You're
not.
right. Yeah, absolutely
and
not.
It's like,
we know where
why
this is going.
couldn't you say that? Like, no.
That's silly. So Sky enters and he knocks Big Jewel down and removes his pistol. And Sky, who has been stung and devastated by Sarah's rejection, just devastated, he lies to Nathan that he lost the bet about taking her to Havana, and he pays Nathan the $1,000. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's shown he's a nice guy underneath. So
he's
Nathan
really
tells,
in love.
oh yes, it must be real. It must be true. So Nathan tells Big Jewel he now has the money to play him again. But Harry the horse says Big Jewel cannot play without cheating because he cannot make a pass to save his soul. So Sky overhears this, and the phrasing inspires him to make a bet. I will roll the dice, he says, and if I lose, I will give all the other gamblers $1,000 each. But if I win, they all have to go to the prayer meeting at the mission. So the mission is almost closing. They're like, okay, we're going to shut you down. And then the gamblers show up. They fill up the room. Sky wins the bet. They confess their sins, though they don't have much repentance. They're not really they're not very sorry. But,
like, we just have to talk about our sins. We don't have to
they're like, oh yeah, I did that. So nicely Johnson. That's Stubby K, the actor, and I love him.
I love this song.
Oh, stop! Rocking the boat. I love it, man. Oh, he's so good.
So good.
So he talks about the dream he had, and it has a connection to the mission's aim. And this seems to satisfy everybody. That feel, but that number is adorable. He is so cute in that number.
He is.
I love him in the right after the opening ballet where they go into Can Do. Yes, they can. He's so cute in that too. He really stands out in this movie.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
And I've seen him in other things, but this is the movie I remember him for.
Mm-hmm.
He really shines there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When Nathan tells Sarah that the Sky lost the Cuba bet, which she knows he won,
right? She
hurries off to make up with him. She says, oh no, he did this for me. She knows. So she runs off. And then eventually there's a double wedding in Times Square.
which is so like, okay, so you had a great night with her drunk in Havana. But are you going to connect with her outside of that?
I know,
she's
right?
Still part of the mission, and you're still a gambler.
Right.
But yet he's ready to marry her after
relationship destined for doom. But who knows?
It took Frank 14 years to marry Adeline.
Wow, that's a good right.
And then Marlon Brando's like, one drunken night in Havana.
That's all he needed. Done. Tie the knot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Nathan tells Sarah Sky lost the Cuba bet, which she knows he won. I've already said this. So we have the double wedding. in Times Square with the Missions marching band and nicely playing the bass drum, and it's all very cute, happy ending. It makes me think of the ending of How to Marry a Millionaire with the double wedding. Because they both movies end with a double wedding, so it always reminds me of that. That's a Marilyn Monroe movie. Really, really fun. Really fun. Anyway, let's get into this. I was so into the movie that I wasn't very good about doing my notes, but I knew Erin was going to be here.
Erin will hold it down like she always does.
So let's let a little background. Erin, you probably already know this, but do you know Gene Kelly was sought for the role of Sky Masterson?
Yes. But MGM wouldn't let him go.
They wouldn't loan him out.
Funny, because when we were talking about other people, it's like, man, that actually I could see, because you wouldn't have well-rounded someone who could dance.
Now that would have been
that
would have been really
beautiful.
On the money,
spot on.
But I mean,
why not?
Because MGM owned him.
I mean,
really?
Back then it was like actors were owned by production companies.
Oh yeah, that's the way it was.
They got to decide.
And they were like, "We're not going to lend him out."
You signed a career with. I mean, you signed a contract with these.
With them. That you're only going to do their movies.
Yeah, but when you sign that contract, you're thrilled.
Music is a lot like that too, right? I mean,
music, very
a lot of artists,
very much.
And so, I mean, I feel bad for him because he said that was his biggest regret ever, was like that he couldn't play that part, and he would have been so good at it too.
Well, Gene Kelly years later said, "I was born to play Sky Masterson like Clark Gable was born to play Rhett Butler," and I'm like, I could have seen it. I could have seen it. I love this. Marlon Brando, many years later, said, "Frank's the kind of guy who, when he gets to heaven, he's going to give God a hard time for making him bald."
Yeah, because he famously, that was Marlon's stab at him. He was like, he kept on mentioning his baldingness on set when he would call him Mumbles, because like he had a hairpiece, Frank Sinatra did. And so,
oh really? Oh wow! I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did.
That little part, you could see it in some scenes, the glue down on his feet and stuff. And but it was a good one. It was a good hairpiece.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. He wore it for years. It was a good one. It worked. Okay, let's get into the critics. So critics' responses, as you can imagine, they're as I would imagine, they're pretty mostly positive. I couldn't find any negative ones actually. We've got Peter Bradshaw says the show tunes are weapons grade, especially Saint. Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat. That song really gets in my head.
So good.
Yeah, which never fails to get any audience on its feet. A must. And an audience review. I'm going to read this audience review. Fabulous adaptation of the Broadway show Guys and Dolls. Watching Marlon Brando singing and being vulnerable touched me. He was adorable. I don't feel the same way. Obviously, I've made that clear.
You know what's interesting? When they did the stage version, like they kept on bringing it back, reviving it. They revived it in 1967 and with an all African American cast.
Oh, I bet that was interesting.
Right? And then in 1992, Nathan Lane played Nathan Detroit, and that was a hit. Like everybody loved him playing that part. And then in 2005, Ewan McGregor played Nathan.
Wow. I bet he was good.
Yeah.
I bet Ewan was really good.
Yeah, exactly. He has the pipes for it.
Yeah. I've got one more critic review I'm gonna Matt Brunson, who I really like him. I almost always agree with him. He's with Film Frenzy. Brando, now I don't necessarily, well, you'll see. Brando is an interesting and successful choice, bringing his method maneuvers, Sinatra derisively nicknamed him Mumbles, to the role of Sky Masterson. See, usually I agree with Matt, but like I say, this time I'm just not. I think Brando's an incredible actor sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's always on the mark, Sometimes he makes some choices that I'm like, huh? But to me, the choice in this one was picking Brando to be in a musical. I'll never understand what made them think of that. And not to say I don't love this musical. Obviously I do. But it's just really, I'm surprised that they went
I feel
there.
like he couldn't really get the part either. Like he couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he's famously known as being a method actor too, and he I feel like he just couldn't get into the role. And maybe it's because of the feud too, because he did go and ask Frank Sinatra for assistance. Like, hey, like let's go over the lines. Can you help me with the vocals and everything like that? But
that was very Marlon Brando when he worked on films. He liked to collaborate.
Yes. And Frank Sinatra was like, "Get out."
Yeah, no, I do my thing, you do your thing. Bye.
Yeah, and I mean Frank Sinatra is very much like a one scene.
One take. He liked to do one take. He didn't like to do lots of takes. Brando would. No, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. And he's like, no, I give my first.
Which is
Barbara Streisand is famously like that too. Barbara Streisand likes to do the first take and then
let's get on with it. Right?
Yeah. Even as a director, she likes to do that, which that could be frustrating, I would imagine, as an actor.
Right.
Okay. Scores. IMDb. I'm 7.1, which is kind of low for this, I would think. Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 91%. Yes, and popcorn meter 83%. Not as high, but still really good.
Okay.
Yeah, really good. Erin, I know you love this movie. So Keith, here we go. What did you think? What'd you think?
Right.
What's the outcome here?
For a musical, there are some songs I'm like, I actually really like the songs. I thought the performances were done really well. I love the acting. I thought they should have given Sinatra a little more, a few more songs. I thought they didn't utilize him as much as they should. And he's got the chops. He's got that sound that they should have really focused more on him, I thought. And I actually thought that Brando did a pretty good job. He's a really good looking guy. I thought, both of them are. I thought
I don't think Frank Sinatra's good looking, but that's just me.
No, maybe not good looking, but I think his voice carries it, right? Yeah, right. I really love Gene Simmons. She's like doll. And then of course Vivian Blaine for Adelaide. I mean, perfect right there. You can tell.
Could develop a cold.
Just loved watching her. But I thought it was a little long, 2.5 hours. It felt like it was dragging on at some points.
I get it.
I have a hard time recommending it just because I don't think I have the same background and understanding of some of those things that you guys have because you've seen so many musicals, and so this one was it was just a little long. It was a little. I
can see that, and I was thinking that during certain parts of it, I was thinking, I wonder how
right.
Yeah,
well, but I did make it. They added 3 songs to it.
They did.
Really? Okay.
They extended it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly. Like I said, I like the songs and the dance numbers were done really well. I really enjoyed
Michael
that
Kidd's choreography is stellar.
Right. I could watch those again and again. I thought they were done really well.
Cool.
But I just think it was a little long, and the story itself, I didn't think with the story it didn't have to be that long. But I did like that there was like 2 different love stories all rolled into one. I thought that was pretty neat and well done. Yeah. So decent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed parts of it.
Didn't fall in love with it, but I did like it. Okay, it was okay.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
All righty. We'll take it. All right. We'll take it. We'll take it. You didn't hate it. We'll take it.
I did not hate it. That's safe to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, friends, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and X. You can find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Prime, on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us there. And wherever you find your podcast, please subscribe to us and leave a rating. We'd appreciate it very much. Okay. We are going in a way different direction for next time, Keith.
Okay.
We are moving from 1955 up to 1982.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see what you think about this, man. The movie we will be discussing is Querelle. Directed by Rainier Werner Fassbinder. And joining us will be our friend James Huddleston. James is going to join us. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
He's the one who brought this movie up, and I was like, James, would you come? And he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'll come on and talk about that movie.
So
I'm really excited. Really excited. I know you've never heard of this.
Going in cold. Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going into queer cinema.
Oh, yeah, that's
We
cool.
are going.
Okay,
Queerelle is queer. I mean,
that's cool.
queer. I mean, it's queer, baby.
I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
queer.
oh yeah. I
Not
love
just
it. I
queer,
love it.
it's queer.
All right. Well,
Sweet.
let's thank our good friend Erin Casteneda. Erin.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, and I
Pleasure's
cannot wait
ours.
to talk about more musicals.
Oh, we
This was
are.
a lot of
honey,
fun.
Hey, no,
we've
you
got
know,
our
it's-
list. Erin and
we
I have
can
already
go back.
talked about some.
It's okay to go back to 70s horror too from time to time. Okay,
Yes,
I'm cool with that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We never
I
get
still
tired
got
of
a list
that.
with
All
Jay
right.
on that one too.
You know what? But I'd like to open up my musical kind of back. I'd like to, I don't know, get to know a few more musicals. So
Well,
that's
dude,
cool.
we
I'm cool with that too.
have some very, very different ones coming on our list that
Wonderful.
we've talked about. Yeah, I'm
All
really
right, well,
excited about that.
I will remain open-minded. Okay. Sounds good.
Love
It's
that.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
All
fun.
right. Looking
All
forward to
right.
it.
Well, Erin, thanks again for joining us.
problem.
We'll look forward to seeing you again. And until next time, folks, I'm Jay Bullington,
And I'm Keith Carcino.
and y'all keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. 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 Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.